Hey, I'm Fillmore. You remember me from Nick Arcade.
And I'm Kirk Fogg from Legends of the Hidden Temple.
And you're watching 90s Kids Now on what? YouTube, is it?
On YouTube.
Is that on the interweb?
It's on the face net.
So I'm here with Kirk Fogg and Fillmore.
Hey, how's it going?
What's going on, people?
Hey, how are you?
I'm
nice to see
awesome. You guys are, you're my third Nick Game Show host I've met. I met Mark Summers last year. So.
And then you met me last year also.
Lucky three.
Yeah.
I'm lucky three.
So one question I have is there any like Nick Game Show that you guys wanted to be on that wasn't like your own? Like, oh, that would be fun. Maybe one you wanted to host and then one you just wanted to participate in the games.
Oh, wow. I think that I'm a little biased because Mike O'Malley and I went on the road back in the 90s and they combined our shows together called the Nick Live Tour. And I think it's that whole grass screen on the other side. Because my show is about video games, it's just you're commentating, but Guts was about action and sports, and my hyperactivity seemed to go well with that, so I always thought it'd be really cool to have a moment where you go, climb the aggro crack! Climb the aggro crack! I thought it'd be kind of great to do it, but me, I just would go, step to the right, no, step the other way, no, you gotta go up the stairs. It was like very surreal and very, but yeah, hosting maybe Guts, I thought would be a lot of fun, because it just had my energy.
It does have your energy. I agree with that. It does. I would say, I always wanted to do the Nick Live show. I always wanted to do that one. That looked like a lot of fun.
It was.
And so I really was envious on that. Not too envious, but envious. And then the other one was, I think Double Dare, I think I did, because, growing up, my brother and I would always create obstacles and things and always have little contests in the backyard. So we'd always create mud, we'd create things, and we have things we have to jump over and do. So I'm kind of a Double Dare kind of guy.
Yeah. So there were things in the family that we kind of liked on the other side of the fence there. Yeah.
I think I wonder why Nick never did this, but I think it would have been cool if they had each show had an episode where the game host switched. So you would host one episode of one show, you would host another episode. It'd be kind of cool, a whole week of Double Dare being hosted by another host, Nick Arcade.
It'd be like alternate parallel universe.
Yeah.
Well, I got to tell you, that is a great idea.
That's so 21st century, though.
Well, what we did though, it had Nick Arcade had a third season. It was planned that if we had a third season, we would bring the hosts of other game shows on. So have Mike and Mo compete against Mark and Robin, or maybe just bring on just the individuals. Have Summer, Mark, Kirk, and maybe Robin, Red Team.
I think Summer and Kirk would have been good together.
But we were.
But I think you and I would be good together too.
Well, I guess they wanted me to just, continue to host the thing, but they actually thought about not switching hosts, but have game show hosts play a game show. But it never happened. I think it would have been cool.
Yeah. So you guys did. You were a comedian, stand-up comedian before you got into.
I was a stand-up comic. I had a regular day job, and I ended up quitting it to start doing stand-up, and that just, I got an agent, and that's how I eventually evolved into, getting the audition for Nick Arcade. But it was because I had quit my regular day job and started doing stand-up.
You guys never intended to be hosts?
No.
You just kind of ended up.
I studied acting in New York. That's how I got started, and then I started doing commercials. And I got lucky. I booked my very first commercial on my very first audition. So thank God, because that kept me going in the business. But no, the game show was totally out of left field. Totally came out. It was just one of another audition going for. And who would ever known that would end up being the thing that would have been known most for.
Yeah, same here. I mean, I ended up in Florida. We take the shows in Orlando. I ended up in Florida because I went to college down there. Had a regular job. Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University in Daytona Beach. Yeah, and ended up getting a job working for AT&T in Orlando. Started doing stand-up, got an agent, and almost like you, the very first TV show I ever auditioned for was Nick Arcade. I got it. So the first one out the gate. That was my very first.
So
but it wasn't like I auditioned for any. When I went out for an audition for a TV show, I got it. It kind of spoils you. And like you said, who knew? 20 years later, here we are. The kids have grown up. They're now in charge, and they remember us. I would never have imagined.
You're becoming in charge.
Yeah.
You're slowly becoming in charge.
Yes. So I don't even think there's any. I know there's adult game shows still, but I feel like, I mean, growing up watching those shows, I wanted to be on all of them. Like, they look so cool. And now, I don't know if there's any, like, very physical shows now, because, and I think we should
There's
have
Spartans. There's the Spartans.
them. For kids, though?
No, not for kids. No.
Oh, yeah, like,
Paradise Run on Nickelodeon.
is that, I haven't seen that one. Is that a physical?
Oh yeah, yeah. They shoot in
okay.
Hawaii, and they've got all of these obstacles. They shoot at a resort, and you got to like dive in the pool. You got to do the zip lines. You got to do all of that kind of cool stuff.
that's
But you're doing it in
awesome.
a tropical environment. So if you took Survivor
I wanna
and
be
put
on
it in a
that.
it's really cool. Paradise. Oh my God.
Now I'm too old
Paradise
to be
Run.
on it. Dang
What?
it. Dang it.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Because I just feel like things are kind of different now. You know, like, you know, with kids now, they have the internet, they have video games, so they're a lot more. What do you say? Like, they don't stationary. Like, they don't really move a lot, unfortunately. And I feel like, you know, back then we were a little bit more active. Like, I remember, like, when I would watch Guts, I would make my own aggro crag with, like, the cushions from the
Pillows,
sofa.
right, try to-
Like, pretend we were, like, playing and stuff. And we had Wild and Crazy Kids. They were actually outdoors doing things. And now it's like, I don't know, it inspired us to, like, go out and, like,
Get out and do something. Well, not me. That was the joke that all the other hosts used to kind of tease me about. Wild and Crazy Kids, get out
He
and
was
play.
the big one in the beginning that he was teaching kids how to space out on their couch.
Exactly. You know, Legends is like run around a temple. Guts is like climb a mountain, double dare. Let your family do obstacles. Mine, sit down, grab a controller, just play some games. That was me.
You started the downfall.
I guess I did. I blame myself, America. Goodbye.
So is there anything else you'd like to tell the 90s Nick fans who are super excited to see you guys out and about now, you know, making appearances and stuff?
I think the 90 Knicks fan, the 90s Knicks fan, Knicks, not the New York
Not the
Knicks.
New York Knicks.
The New York, the 90 Knicks fans, I think we're just glad that they're here.
Yeah.
I mean, we've been waiting, and you're here, and now let's go have some fun.
Yeah, listen, if you call, we will come. It's really that simple. I mean, we love doing this. We love the fact that we are part of your childhood, as everybody keeps calling us. I'm glad that we didn't scar you, and it's fun to meet you face to face now and hear your stories about growing up with us.
And you guys should watch, I know you guys recorded this a few years ago, that like...
Garage Show?
Yeah, the Garage Show with Mark
Jeff
Zuckerberg.
Supton.
Yeah, Mark
yeah.
Zuckerberg.
Yeah, that was awesome. So you guys should watch it. I'll post a link below. It's really
Yeah, you'll like it. It's
Yes,
fun.
yeah.
I think I win the game show. I
I
think.
think you did.
Didn't
yeah.
I win?
I almost fell in the race.
Oh, in the race.
In the race part,
yes,
yeah.
Yes, yes, yes.
So I guess we'll see you guys later.
Okay.
Thank you guys.
Hey, nice to see you.
Bye, everybody.